Welcome, folks. I think we're going to do a nice collective reading for everybody. We'll go ahead, bring some of these out. Okay. Okay. So this is the Angelite for the crown chakra. Wanting to come out. Let me do some of my grounding spray. Okay, let's see what we have. This wants to come out first. So, general reading for the collective. Feeling this one. Okay, so we have this kind of Asian figure holding up this bird with this butterfly flying off. And he's got like some kind of cane or a wand. The Emperor, 22. I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. Number 22, the Emperor. I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. And the Friend, 11, affirmation. I am my own best friend and magnetize other loving friendships. On the other side, we have two figures and two doves coming together. So this is a really beautiful message. So during this time, we may be really coming into our own and seeing who we are, appreciating who we are, and enjoying our time with ourselves. And as we do this, this attracts other people who respect us just as we respect ourselves. You show people how to treat you through your behavior. So if you're treating yourself badly, you're going to attract relationships and people who are going to treat you badly. And when you treat yourself well, the same thing happens. You attract people who treat you well. So this is a really beautiful energy. Let's see what comes up here. What's happening for the collective at this time? I'm feeling this one. Beautiful. And we have the Empress. So you're moving into your Empress energy where you know who you are and you know the value that you bring to the table and you know what you are capable of creating. And the more you sit in this beautiful Empress energy, this is also a very receptive energy. You attract people and situations to you that are worthy of your time, is what I'm hearing. Worthy of your time, worthy of your effort, worthy of your energy. Really beautiful. I love that for this collective. Okay, observe in silence. So it may be a good time to step back and watch what is transpiring. Instead of going into an action space, um, instead of going into a space of movement, I'm also getting all these autumn colors. We want to sit back, like look at the Empress is on her throne. She is relaxed. She's sitting back. She has this nice fluffy orange pillow behind her, and you see all this orange here. And in the northern hemisphere, we're moving into autumn. So it's a time for preparation in order to go into the dark season and to go into the season of rest and relaxation and replenishment. Then we also have let your emotions flow. So there's a lot of sacral energy here, a lot of that orange happening. So we're just, and this is orange and green. So we have, the heart chakra, our emotions, also the Angelite. one of the main characteristics of the Angelite is while it is a crown chakra stone, it is very good for processing emotions. So as we do whatever it is we do to winterize ourselves, to winterize our homes, to kind of get ready to go into the yin season, into the dark season, um, we're going to be processing emotions and letting them flow, and not only processing our emotions, but in the divine feminine energy of creation. So you think lots of cooking, lots of crafting, lots of art, lots of sewing, lots of crochet, whatever your creative process is, whatever your creative fixation is, we're going to be um, focusing on doing a lot of that. So, being our own best friend, really enjoying your time with yourself, maybe finding a new, taking like a craft class. Um, and by going out and taking a craft class, you're opening yourself up to the possibility of meeting new people who are also interested in the same things you are. Okay, I'm feeling this one. Yeah, sisterhood, initiate a new sister's adventure. So there's a lot of really beautiful feminine energy happening here. So we have presence, sincerity, simplicity, humility. I don't know what language this is. Partace, maybe like patience. What's the word here? Lion, écoute, dossier. Is it French? Spanish? I don't know. But yes, by indulging in our creative endeavors, we are opening up to sisterhood. We are opening up to community, and a sisterhood in a community that we have like-minded ideals and people who are respectful. I'm seeing I am worthy of respect. That's coming through really, really strong. Something you need to be saying to yourself. I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. I magnetize other loving friendships. Beautiful. Empowerment. Assert yourself and shine your power now. So I'm really loving this. You're really coming into your own power and your own space of self-respect. You've gotten to know yourself to the point where you're able to respect yourself. You've done your shadow work, and now you're in this beautiful space of enjoying everything that you've worked so hard for. And then I'm getting, is it this one? It's this one. The male principle. Step towards reconciling with the masculine is before you. So this is really beautiful. And then I'm coming back to I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. So the male principle, if you've felt burned by men in your life, now is a time for healing. Now is a time for reconciling with the masculine. You've mastered this divine feminine energy, and you've done all your healing, and you've gotten to a space of feeling worthy of respect, self-respecting, and now expressing that respect to the people around you, including and maybe especially masculine energy. I am my own best friend. I magnetize other loving friendships. So there are other friendships, there are other relationships in your life, including with men. The flip side of this card shows a man and a woman. So now that you're from this place of self-respect and you're behaving that way, you can engage in relationships with both men and women that will show you the respect that you model. So if you're modeling respect for yourself, um, it's going to be reflected back to you. If you're having proper boundaries with people, letting people know, hey, I don't like this or do like this in response to how they're behaving, you're setting a precedent for how people are going to treat you. And then by having experience with masculines who are safe and who are respectful, you kind of heal your relationship with the divine masculine, with the male principle. Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So this kind of forgiveness brings harmony and balance not only in your life but to the whole collective. And being shown observe in silence. So it might be a time of just watching people's behavior, watching what happens, and allowing yourself to feel your emotions in response to whatever is taking place. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Let me make sure we could see all of these. Beautiful. Yeah, so it is that time. It's that time of year. You see this woman kind of lying here next to the water with all these pink flowers and this beautiful green lush valley and this kind of glacier up here with these mountains. It's time to slow down. It's time to slow down, spend good time with ourselves, find activities that are nourishing for you. I'm looking at this waterfall kind of pouring down into this really lush valley. So finding activities that are nourishing for you, like going to the spa, going to the gym, getting exercise, spending ample time out in nature. And then I'm seeing again, let your emotions flow. And then what I'm also getting about this is be honest about how you feel. Be honest about what you've experienced. Pour your heart out. And then we have Stars family. You are part of a team of souls. Call in support. Yeah, so we're with our behavior, with our new sense, not new, maybe not new, but with our sense of self, our empowered sense of self, we're calling in support. We're calling in star family. We're magnetizing other loving friendships. We're magnetizing loving community. So this is a really beautiful message for this collective. Just taking a drink of some coffee beverage here. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead and pull a card from the Sacred Horse Oracle. What messages do we have for this collective? So I'm feeling these two. Okay, then we want access to the book. So first we have Pegasus, inspiration taking flight. And then we have Tavi, transition and growth are before you. Beautiful. So you're in an inspired place. The more you take care of yourself, the more this sacral energy is being empowered and you're becoming inspired about new ways to take care of yourself and inspired about um, new ways to connect with other people. And then Tavi, transition and growth are before you. There is a forgiveness that's kind of pending here. And this creates an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for learning. Let's go and take a look at the book. Yes, an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for learning, kind of like an upgrade happening here. As you pull in the star family and really learn to see how you're reflected in the relationships you attract and how you're reflected in the community you attract. So, yes, this is expansion, creativity, and healing. Yes, Tavi mirrors what will soon transpire for you and invites you to share in this bountiful energy. You have been striving and waiting for this time to come. There are many layers to your next era of experience. Know your guides will support you as you venture forward. Show up as Tavi does, confident, bold, and flashy. Allow your energy to be fully expressed in everything you do. Project your true inner self into the world. Yeah, so pour your heart out. And some great journal prompts are here. How can you boldly show up in the world? What transition is in front of you? What is the benefit of actively engaging growth at this time? What feeds your heart and soul? Are you following those desires? What creative healing modality is calling to you? Beautiful. And then Pegasus. Here we are. Creative impulse, soul expression, and possibilities. Pegasus continues to serve humanity with great purpose. He sometimes comes when we need to slay an aspect of ourselves. He may help us go to war with all that is not true in our expression of life. Today, Pegasus is here to guide you back to your soul so you can offer your light and creativity in your unique way. As a light being, Pegasus comes to you in the night. So, in that dark season, follow his trail of stardust and afterglow, knowing he is placing a spark of desire within your heart as he swoops above you. The spark may not be new to you, but something had diminished it. A secret urging or soul longing for what was lost is drawing it back to life. This is your time to fight for your inner light and claim your creative expression and soul's calling. What creative urge have you set aside? What might be possible if you were to step into it? How did you express your creativity when you were a child? What element of that expression can you awaken now? What part of your life may not feel true to you at this time? How can you transform or discard it? What inner desire is ready to take flight? Wow, beautiful. So I think with that, we're ready to close out. Just going to go ahead, whoops, and pull some dragons for us. So actually, I want to do this deck first. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was like some melodic horn honking in the back there. Okay. What message for this collective? What elements? So I'm feeling this one. And there's that orange again. Golden Solar Dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So I almost feel like it's like your divine feminine aspect has been healed, and now it's time to work on your masculine energy. So working with your patriarchal line. Beautiful. Feeling this one too. And the Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. I feel like this is also a card that talks about going out into nature. Okay. And what's our final closing message for this group? for this collective who've been healing their feminine energy. Wisdom. Beautiful. So you gleaned a lot of wisdom from this process of healing your divine feminine energy and stepping into your personal power. And there's wisdom still to be gleaned from the experiences that you're having in healing your divine masculine aspect. And you could do this. So this is healing the yang energy, healing your relationship with the masculine, healing your relationship with your father's side of the family, your father's lineage, and any men in your life. And this may just be from having healthy relationships with men. You know, if you weren't in a space of self-respect, you might have had situations and relationships that mirrored back to you your lack of respect for yourself. So now that you've healed and that you are doing and have done the healing work to be in a space of self-respect, now you get to see that mirrored back to you. And you've gleaned a lot of wisdom from this process. So we're going to go ahead and pull from the Medicine Heart Oracle for this collective. Okay. Closing message. Closing message. Okay. Beautiful. We have the Cicada Christ. We'll go ahead and read from the book for this. Okay. Prosaic ambitions will not satisfy you. Your heart is capable of grander visions worthy of your soul. Such magnificent manifestation requires complete transformation as spiritual fuel for actualization. The worthy soul vision awakes such yearning in your heart that you will be willing to overcome all obstacles, all fears, all doubts in order to live it. Your courage attracts divine assistance to protect the path and reveal the way. Your path is assured, and you do not have to be afraid. Timing of all things is divine. Even delays are on your side. At an advanced point on the path, the soul will confront its own breaking point in its capacity to trust. It will evoke situations and circumstances to bring light to the places where it attempts to wrest control away from the divine will. It will seek to make conscious the ways and reasons that it rebels against its own destiny and fulfillment. It will seek out the hidden terrors and secret yearnings and bring both into awareness. The need for searing inner inquiry stirs when a great spiritual leap is imminent and the soul must be made ready. Sometimes the most soul-affirming divine grace is concealed within challenge. Only a profoundly open heart will have sufficient courage to receive hidden grace and labor through its demanding initiation in order to obtain its heavenly guarded treasure. And so the soul sets to work on itself to purify and prepare, becoming strong in faith. This understanding triggers the alchemical acceptance that disarms superficial, half-hearted attempts at change and fuels the irreversible alchemy of genuine transformation. During such a process, one will feel tested beyond all limits. This is a hallmark of initiation. To know that there is spiritual protection for resurrection, that rebirth is assured, is important. During initiation, the soul will feel tested to confront its doubt and fear, using all its spiritual learning and free will to study the body and mind, facilitating ongoing progress in deference to an unyielding divine will. Initiation can feel like one is moving without a spiritual safety net. Situations will arise that are beyond the control of the individual. What is spiritually required of the soul is clear, but the outcome of the efforts is not. These are essential qualities of spiritual initiation. Preparation for initiation and moving through initiation proper builds a deep and unbreakable spiritual allegiance to love, with all its unfathomable mystery and generous grace. The initiate gains protection beneath the wings of love. Although there may be great work to accomplish and seemingly inordinate obstacles to overcome, the soul that has committed itself entirely to love's guardianship can never be harmed or tamed again. If you are going through a deep challenge, perhaps something that has continued for a very long time, be reassured that you are cared for very deeply, and what may feel like a spiritual abandonment at this time shall eventually be recognized as a seeding of your spiritual triumph. The divine ones are with you, waiting for you to vouch for yourself, to affirm your innate dignity, and to decide that you shall support yourself from that place within, rather than allowing yourself to be affirmed or denied by the voices around you. Fulfillment of your divine destiny will have an unmistakable outer effect, but the actual process of attainment is spiritually intimate, occurring between you and the divine realm of spirit. In a spiritual sense, the universal consciousness of Christ is the divine shaman. He was fathered by spirit and born into this world through the divine feminine cosmic Madonna as Mother Mary. His life was lived as an externalized expression of the inner soul journey, including the journey of retreat from society, self-reflection, purification, spiritual empowerment through faith, and living that empowerment in the world. The embodied teaching of Christ is to honor the truth of one's being and one's spiritual journey, regardless of the perceptions, positive or negative, of the world around him. The life of Christ was a fierce testament to the astonishing power of divine love to give us the courage to love free from societal constraints, to seek refuge in the divine, and trust unconditionally in spiritual grace, and to willingly participate in the spiritually transfiguring journey of our souls, which overcomes all else, even the human perspectives on social disgrace, invalidation, and death. His teaching is not that our life must look as his life did, nor that we must rely on him as though he were a superior being. His teaching is to look within and find that the very same divine spark of dignity, humility, strength, grace, love, and wisdom are within our hearts to face the symbolic death, which is critical to the shamanic empowerment process, and become spiritually reborn as authentic, awakened, and true to our divine nature, path, and purpose. Cicada is the shamanic totem that facilitates the Christ awakening in our own hearts, to empower our willingness to rise up to our unique life path and higher calling according to a greater divine will, process, and timing. Cicada lives underground for the majority of its existence, preparing for emergence. The magnificence and courage of Cicada is the willingness to labor extensively for necessary preparation. It is the genius of endurance and readying oneself rather than rushing to the opportunity only to find oneself unprepared and unable to receive it. The work of preparation takes you deep within. Often it is during periods of deep inner orientation that the spiritual dimensions become most accessible. Beloved Mataji, a divine feminine enlightened being from the traditions of India, is said to reside deep within the earth, meditating in perfected bliss, shining her warm and nourishing light, so that all creatures, even those who are deeply cocooned in a period of introspective initiatory shamanic burial, can know the warmth of love. Her nourishing warmth and spiritual mastery remind the soul of the reason and purpose for relentless spiritual testing. leading to the symbolic shamanic death. When nothing seems to be happening, and we may feel buried under mountains of seemingly unconquerable obstacles, unable to assert the path that one feels innately and divinely compelled to express, Mataji and Cicada assert that this is part of the process, and emergence will take place. Give yourself the gift of believing in your own transformation. You don't have to know what it will look like. Too many, you may be unrecognizable as your old self upon your too many you may be unrecognizable as your old self upon your reemergence. You may need time to become steady in that new way before you will be able to hold inner integrity in the face of surprise or disbelief. When Christ returned to his followers after the resurrection, he was so transformed that even his closest loved ones, including beloved Magdalene, did not immediately recognize him. In time, that changed, and eventually the world caught up to him. So it will be that the world will catch up to you, to your transformed being. Your path is not one of mere superficial change. It is a path of deep soul healing, and you have the spiritual capacity for it to accomplish much for yourself and our planet and her creatures through accepting this and embracing it. Life will not always be this difficult, but whilst you are in this process, give to it all that you have within you. Believe in yourself. Believe in the beauty of the magnificent new life destined to take form. Your glorious ascension will be the definitive outcome. Okay, so there's a little bit of an exercise here. So if you are interested in participating, I welcome you to find a comfortable place and connect to your medicinal heart by placing one or both hands at your chest. That was my dog getting comfortable, so I invite you to get comfortable as well. Connect to your medicinal heart by placing one or both hands at your chest. Take a moment to reflect on what gives rise to compassion in your heart. If your energy could lend itself towards healing something in